Beloved Masters of Light, radiant bearers of the eternal flame, I come to you now beneath the great wings of cosmic stillness. I come not with a sword of destruction, but with the silent sword of truth, the blade that divides illusion from reality, fear from wisdom, shadow from divine remembrance. The time has arrived for all who walk the path of light to understand what true defense means. It is not battle, nor opposition, nor the clash of force against force. It is the art of standing so deeply rooted in love that no vibration of darkness can move you. It is to be the calm center of a storm, the stillness from which all power flows. Beloved ones, the idea of defending the light has long been misunderstood upon your world. Many believe it means to fight against what they perceive as evil or ignorance. Yet I tell you this, whenever you fight, you affirm the reality of that which you resist. The true warrior of light does not fight, they radiate. They do not seek to destroy the shadow, they illuminate it until it transforms itself into light. Violence, whether of word or thought or action, cannot sustain light, for violence is born of fear, and fear is the only true darkness that exists. You were not sent to earth to conquer others, but to conquer the illusion of separation within yourselves. You came to anchor a new consciousness, one that reveals the unity underlying all creation. To defend the light, therefore, is to hold unwavering faith in that unity even when the world appears divided. It is to remember that every being, no matter how lost they seem, carries the same spark of source within them that you do. The silent sword is the power of divine presence. It requires no movement, no argument, no proof. When you wield it, your very being becomes the weapon and the shield. It cuts through falsehood simply by existing. This sword cannot harm, it can only reveal. It is made not of steel but of radiance, the living light of truth emanating from your awakened heart. When you stand in that frequency, all lower vibrations dissolve like mist before the morning sun. Beloved hearts, humanity has reached a turning point. The old patterns of domination and conflict are losing their grip, even as they make noise on their way out. Many are still caught in the habit of struggle, believing that to assert the light, they must oppose the dark. But opposition keeps you bound to the very field you wish to transcend. There is another way, the way of the silent sword. It asks for strength, but not the strength of muscle or argument, it calls for the strength of stillness, the discipline of inner peace, the courage to remain centered when provoked. Imagine yourself standing within a circle of radiant blue flame. This is my gift to you, the flame of protection and clarity. Within this light, you are untouchable by the lower vibrations of anger, judgment, or fear. When you enter this space, breathe deeply and feel the pulse of creation itself moving through you. You become the axis upon which heaven and earth align. From this point of alignment, you can move mountains, not through effort, but through resonance. The silent sword moves without movement, it shifts reality through vibration, not violence. There will be times when you are called to speak truth, to take action in the outer world. When that moment arrives, let your words and deeds arise from stillness, not reaction. A heart aligned with divine will speaks with authority that needs no volume. When truth is spoken from love, it carries a frequency that penetrates illusion far more deeply than any shouted command. The silent sword is your voice when it sings the song of the higher heart, calm, certain, compassionate, and clear. Do not mistake silence for passivity, beloved ones. The silence I speak of is active, creative, luminous. It is the silence of a star shining in the void, transforming darkness by its very existence. It is the silence of the ocean depths, where infinite power rests in tranquil motion. This silence is the birthplace of all manifestation. When you act from it, your presence becomes command, your peace becomes revolution. The energy of stillness carries the greatest momentum in the universe. Many of you have felt the weight of the world's turbulence pressing upon your sensitive hearts. You feel the pain of humanity, the confusion of collective transformation, the cries of a world shedding its old skin. I see your fatigue, your yearning to help, your frustration when others cannot yet see what you see. Beloved hearts, your compassion is your greatest gift, but it must be balanced with detachment, or it becomes a burden. To defend the light is not to absorb the pain of the world, but to transmute it through the alchemy of love. When sorrow surrounds you, imagine holding the silent sword upright before your heart. Its blade gleams with the light of truth. With every breath, let it slice through the cords of despair that try to bind you. Let it reveal the perfection beneath the chaos. The world is not ending, it is rebirthing. What appears as destruction is the release of that which no longer serves. Stand in the calm knowing that all is proceeding according to divine order. The silent sword cuts away illusion not only in the outer world but within your own consciousness. Each time you confront a fear, a judgment, or a limitation, you are using this sword. You are reclaiming your sovereignty from the false identities that once ruled your thoughts. When you forgive, you swing the silent sword. When you choose peace over reaction, you wield it. When you look upon one who has wronged you and see their wounded humanity instead of their error, you defend the light more powerfully than any battle ever could. Beloved warriors of peace, remember that power and gentleness are not opposites, they are two expressions of the same truth. The strongest force in the universe is love, and love is the essence of gentleness. It never forces, it reveals. It never conquers, it transforms. When you embody this love, you become invincible. No darkness can penetrate the field of one who loves without condition. The silent sword shines from the heart of such a being, and even the most stubborn shadow bows before its radiance. The time you live in now calls for masters of vibration, not soldiers of ideology. The true battle is not between nations or beliefs, it is between awareness and forgetfulness, between unity and separation. Every time you choose awareness, you lift the collective. Every time you choose compassion, you expand the grid of light around the planet. The silent sword you carry is your consciousness itself, honed by self-awareness, polished by forgiveness, and sanctified by service. Do not be disheartened by the noise of the world. The louder the outer chaos becomes, the closer the breakthrough of light. Chaos is the sound of old systems dissolving. Hold your inner frequency steady. This is how you defend the light, by refusing to be pulled into reaction. You are the anchor points for the new earth. You are the calm in the storm. Your stillness is not inaction, it is participation in the highest form. Many ask, Archangel Michael, how can I remain peaceful when I see injustice, when others suffer? Beloved ones, peace does not mean indifference. It means clarity. From peace arises right action, not impulsive reaction, but inspired movement aligned with divine guidance. When you act from this clarity, your efforts carry the power of the entire angelic host behind them. The silent sword moves through you, cutting through veils of misunderstanding and fear. One act of love born from inner peace can change the course of history more than 1,000 acts born of anger. The sword of light I offer you is forged in the fires of divine truth. It has no edge that wounds, yet it divides the real from the unreal with flawless precision. When you invoke it, it aligns your mind with divine intelligence and your heart with divine compassion. It strengthens your boundaries not by building walls, but by expanding your light until nothing contrary can approach. When you are in resonance with truth, deception cannot touch you. When you are anchored in love, fear finds no foothold. This is the essence of true protection. Beloved, there is a transformation occurring in your energy fields. The human collective is learning a new definition of power. For ages, power was equated with control, dominance, and conquest. Now, a new understanding emerges, that power is presence, and presence is love. The silent sword represents this new power. It is the authority of alignment with Source, the quiet strength of a heart that knows its own divinity. Those who wield it need not prove themselves, for their light speaks for them. In times to come, many will look to you for guidance. They will feel the stability in your energy, the peace in your eyes, and they will remember what they had forgotten. You will teach not through preaching, but through being. The silent sword glows in your aura, and others will feel its truth even before you speak. You are becoming living beacons of discernment, shining examples of peace amidst transition. This is how you defend the light, by embodying it so completely that darkness cannot find a place to dwell. The silent sword also cuts through self-doubt. Many light workers still question their worth, their purpose, their effectiveness. Hear me clearly now, beloved, you are enough. Your being is your mission. Every breath infused with awareness adds light to the planetary field. Every smile shared in kindness ripples through the fabric of creation. Do not underestimate the quiet power of your daily choices. The grandest acts of service are often invisible. When you meditate, when you forgive, when you choose gratitude, you are swinging the silent sword. When you bless those who misunderstand you, you are defending the light. When you hold faith in the goodness of humanity despite appearances, you become a guardian of truth. These are the unseen victories that build the foundation of the new world. Beloved ones, I ask you now to remember the ancient vow you made before entering this realm of density. You promised to hold the flame of remembrance through the long night of forgetting. You agreed to walk among those who fear, not to judge them, but to show them another way. You took up the sword of light not to fight, but to illuminate. And now, in this moment of planetary rebirth, you are fulfilling that vow. Let the silent sword guide your every interaction. Before you speak, feel its presence in your heart. Ask yourself, does this word carry the frequency of love? Before you act, ask, does this action reflect the peace I wish to create? In this way, you become conscious co-creators of a world built upon harmony. The kingdom of light is not built through war, but through wisdom. Beloved hearts, remember that every soul upon earth is playing their part in the great unfolding. Some souls choose to express the shadows so that others may awaken their light. Do not curse the roles they play. Hold them in compassion, for they too are fragments of the same whole. The silent sword does not judge, it sees. And in that seeing, it frees. The age of violence is ending. The age of radiant power is dawning. You, beloved ones, are the first generation of true peacekeepers, those who understand that to protect is to uplift, to defend is to embody, to conquer is to love. You are the new warriors of serenity, carrying weapons made not of steel, but of song and stillness and steadfast light. Stand firm in your knowing. Let your words be gentle yet firm, your actions decisive yet kind. When you face resistance, respond with grace. When you witness confusion, radiate clarity. When you encounter hatred, offer compassion. In doing so, you wield the silent sword in its highest form. And know this, you are never alone. The legions of light stand beside you, unseen yet always near, amplifying your intention, shielding your hearts, whispering guidance into your intuition. Each time you call upon me, my energy flows instantly into your field, fortifying your courage and refining your discernment. You are part of a vast brotherhood and sisterhood of light, united by purpose, bound by love. Beloved ones, lift your gaze beyond the horizon of fear. The dawn is breaking. A new earth, founded upon peace, compassion, and unity, is emerging through your hearts. You are the builders of this dawn. You are the architects of peace. The silent sword gleams in your hands, not as an instrument of battle, but as a beacon of truth. I bless you now with the strength to stand calm in the midst of transformation, the wisdom to discern truth from illusion, and the courage to defend the light without harm. Let your presence be your power. Let your silence be your song. Let your love be your weapon. I am Archangel Michael, guardian of the silent sword, defender of the eternal light. I stand with you, within you, and around you always and forever as you carry the flame of peace into a world ready to be reborn.